Yes, I am late and early at the same time. There's no Jamie. Jamie said he'd be here and then decided not to be here an hour ago. So I don't know, he's fired, I think, at this point from he's not, I don't care. I used to do podcasts where I just rambled, and that's what I'm going to do today. I'm just going to ramble over nothing. I am in Rio, of course. I took a 7-hour bus to get here from Sao Paulo. Saw a horrendous car accident on the way. The traffic sort of slowed. I looked out the window and then there's just a car on its roof. But there were kids cleaning up the mess. I guess it's fine. Everyone seemed alright, so I did post a video and stuff, but then I thought maybe there's a dead body, a child decapitated, hanging out of the roof of the car, but actually seemed alright. If anyone noticed any blood in that video, let me know and I'll take it down. I don't think anyone died. Wild though, must have been a bit of a whack. But yeah, 7 hours wasn't too bad. I had a little nap and we stopped some food halfway. Got into Rio at 8. Got to the hotel at 9, and then went out for a couple of beers. Good fun. Yes, it was really rainy on the way. Yesterday was just immense sunshine, 26, 27 degrees. It felt in the 30s Celsius, of course, like in the 80s, I think. I'm glad no one was listening to this because I just changed the time and then was late and then was having a nap and then was going out and I just forgot. But it's glorious sunshine. It's glorious. When I had some lunch, I had a wander around and just started sweating. And then what I thought was some sort of fun rally. It was also Labour Day here, but it's also like the right-wing Brazilians out for their political rallies as well. But it looks good. It's all in the flags, all in the. It's just got the weirdest DM in the world. Let me just check out what's going on here. Let me see. This is from Beth Heiner. I don't get it. It's something about KP. We'll discuss. We'll discuss that in a bit, I guess. I'm just going to reply to this. Doing a pod now, because I can't do 100 things at once on the same device. I am on my phone. Is this KP? CP? Little picture of a boy. I'll just put a little shocked face. That's what I'll do. There we go. And I'll try and get back to this. Right now, sorry for the interruption there. Oh, by the way, I've got to be sorting this out for audio. The last couple of episodes aren't up on. Yeah, I still use Spotify. You know what? Because I don't give a fuck. Prince has got enough money and he's dead. I don't care about struggling artists either, so don't give me that shit. Yeah, I interrupted my train of thought there. Did Beth Piner give me weird DMs? Yeah, no, it was nice. It was good. It was a good day. I was sweating, then I went back, cooled down. I had 3 fucking showers yesterday. But you know what? I'm not drinking that much. I say that now, but I'll probably end up wrecked tonight and like become a drugs mule full of 15 condoms or something. That'll be good. I've been drinking like 2 or 3 light beers and then been in it, intending to go out and then just crash it. And I don't really want to be drunk. So yeah, that's me being a big yay. But yeah, that's basically what's going on. Oh, Brett Brock streaming the other night was fun. Where was I? I've been traveling so much. Sao Paulo. It was a rainy night, and I just tuned in, and I could tell by his little smile that he was drunk out of his fucking mind. And then I looked at the time; it was 6 hours in. It just seemed to be a DJ set, so that went on well over another 3 hours, I think. Wow, I was just watching other shit and then coming back to it, and he was playing Ghostbusters and all sorts. So I imagine you got a million copyright strikes. Maybe a YouTube channel would be better for that. You can just set up a new channel that's just for DJing and just take all the copyright. It's not like trouble. It's just you won't be able to monetize that video, I think. even though things change. But what I mean, you go on Twitter, the three biggest things people talk about the war. Obviously, I'm following that every day. I follow a lot of people that are reporting on that. So yeah, can't be asked to talk about that. It's horrific. Musk buying Twitter, couldn't give a shit. I don't care who owns it. I like it if it becomes unusable at some point. I'll stop using it. But I imagine, I don't know, it'll probably get a bit better. I don't really care. Terms that I don't want to follow. The other thing I muted were the words Johnny Depp, because I don't give a fuck about that. I don't care. Why are we worried about, you know, a 40-something bloated fucking junkie that's stupid enough to get red flagged by, or not get red flagged by a psychotic actress? I mean, you would think if you're going to date an actress, a famous actress, you've already got to go, she's probably mental. That should be, you know, if you're nearly 50 and you just pilled and boozed and coked up and you're falling for it, I've got no sympathy. So, but it seems the clips I've seen have been quite funny. I don't care either way what happens, but yeah, the clips I've seen are a bit funny. Interesting little ways of describing shit to them and that kind of stuff. But I've not been following it. I've seen a couple of clips. But yeah, the mute function on Twitter is pretty cool. I tried to mute Elon Musk and Johnny Depp, but Musk stuff keeps coming up. I guess till I follow it. I don't know. Maybe people reply, but it was just more that I didn't want to see the arguments over it because I couldn't care less. If you're upset, if you're that upset about another human constantly, you need to fucking do something else. You need to do something else. We saw it with Trump. We saw it with fucking, you know, whoever, Rogan, Musk. It's like, oh, but he's still there. Just ignore it. You're not going to do anything about it. Just shut up, ignore it. Either use Twitter or don't use Twitter. Watch these people or don't watch them. Follow them or don't, and that's it. You can bitch and moan a little bit, of course, but the constant like obsessiveness with other humans, good and bad, right? Obsessed with celebrities, and you're tagging them and talking about them every day, and thinking about them every day. That's fucking insane. And also, if you're obsessed with someone and being upset about it and getting on that every day, that's also equally insane. Stop. Do something else. Or don't, really. I don't care. But it's just interesting to see people's fucking psychotic behaviour online. But yeah, so I'm in Brazil anyway. After that, unexpected rant. I didn't even know what I was going to talk about. I'm just here in Copacabana. No, why am I even talking like that? I haven't even been out. Well, I kind of changed hotel today, and then I've got to start making some longer term plans, so I may or may not talk about. Yeah, I wanted to change where I was for a couple of reasons, but yeah, I'm nearer. I'm a bit nearer the beach. I'm pretty near the beach. I'm like 6 minutes away from Copacabana. I'm going to go out in a little while. It's pretty cloudy today, but it's still warm as fuck. I mean, for me, it's like 26. It's warm for me. I'm going to get in the sea today and see if my stuff gets stolen when I'm in the sea, because it will be alone while I'm down there. I've got to go and buy some Havaianas or flip flops, as the British call them. Stick on the old hooves. I should have got them yesterday. I've also got no shades except for party shades. Now I know the party shades are pretty fucking cool, but I need some proper ones. It's been cloudy actually for a few days in Sao Paulo, and then most of the time yesterday was bright as fuck. So I don't think I'm going to bother getting any today, unless I buy some from one of the favela merchants down the beach. Yeah, it was a Labor Day here yesterday. Everyone, Brazilians are quite nationalistic, but not in a bad way unless they are the mental ones. They love the colours and the flags and all that. And it's nice to see. It's nice to just stand by the beach yesterday. It's rammed. I could only stick it for a few minutes, but it is nice to see. Even the dogs were wearing little Brazilian flags and stuff. I like it. I'm not against it. Just because it's not, my country. When you see people in the Union Jack, whatever, you're like, you're all right. Not over 60, and you're walking around with a Union Jack flag. Are you okay? You okay, bro? Same with the American flag. It's fucking stupid. Put it away. Burn it, if anything. No, I don't know why I said burn. the American flag. But I thought it was a funny thing to say. And then I said it. And then I thought about it. And then I went, oh, yeah, I still agree with what I said. Who cares? Who cares about your country? Kelly's too busy to be on here, but fuck it. Yeah, well, I didn't even tweet about it. I didn't do anything. It's kind of set up. And then I forgot I was laid on the bed. I'm not sleeping like night to night, whatever I'm up to, behaving or not behaving. I'm not sleeping. So I'm waking up early, and then I'm having problems with online payments in some cases. I've got a Brazilian SIM card in, and Google Pay's been a dick. So when I'm booking hotels, most of the time I can just pay when I get there. Today, I was up at 6 and I was getting a message saying your card's invalid and all that stuff. And I couldn't pay in person. I had to pay online. So fuck. Some stuff works for a while. Uber works mostly. Sometimes it doesn't. So I'm having to, transfer stuff to another card. So that takes a little while. It takes a day or so. But it was all good. I turned up at this place today and I can pay in person. So yeah, that's part of it. I'm waking up, checking my phone, and seeing a problem with some fucking financial thing, and then going, I need to fix it, rather than go back to sleep. And then I don't really like going back to sleep. I almost passed out 6 feet away over there a minute ago, and I thought, oh shit, I'm supposed to be doing this. I did remember earlier, but I wasn't due to be here until 2 this time, which is when this is now. Well, it's 2:40 now. Jamie pulled out about an hour ago or 2 hours ago. So that's fair enough. But I thought I'd come in and I don't know how long I'll do this for. I need to go out. Okay, I just realised I understand what's going on. Yeah, I'm getting pop-ups on my phone because I'm using my phone rather than my laptop. It's a better camera, isn't it? And I can plug it in today. The Wi-Fi doesn't seem too bad. So, yeah, I was going to pack my other shit. I was just going to go and buy a USB mic, but I've really got to start budgeting. I've been spending a shitload of money. Not on stuff, but just staying places. Traveling around cheap here. Food's cheap. Booze is cheap, But it's just, I've been staying in nice places for once, treating myself. And sometimes it's reasonable, sometimes it's not. But I've got to start budgeting because I might stay out here a little bit longer. We'll see what's going to go on. I've got to make the decision in the next week really. I might go and rent somewhere small and cheap out the way, like not near one of the big cities. I'll work on that in the next day or so and figure out what's going on. I can't. I'm going to attempt to read some of these messages here in a second. Let's see what's going on. I'm just going to read a message. Okay, now I'm just going to reply to this and just say, now I am. Okay, now I am doing a bar, for fuck's sake. There we go. If anyone wants to tweet at Elizabeth Francis and say I can't reply, and that's why, send me some stuff. I guess it's kind of a joke, but I can't. No, don't tweet people. Actually, who gives a shit? I'll read the messages properly later. I'm planning on what to do. Whether or not I stay out here longer term, we'll see. I probably should. Yeah, I've said it now. Don't repeat it anyway. Don't write it down. I must keep some form of keep myself a little bit quiet sometimes. So I'll have to stop posting it in a week or so as much. What else is going on for the year? Really, the year busy. Jamie and I will both be doing 3 nights at the Edinburgh Festival on a supporting rum comedy. Different nights. Jamie's doing a few nights, 8th to the 10th, 6th to 8th or something like that of August, and I'll be doing the 8th, 9th, 10th is in. and then I might be doing some more later in the weekend, and also on some other shows up there as well. So I'll be sorting those out soon. So I'll be up there for a week, hopefully, and do as much. If I can get 10 or 12 shows done or gigs done in a week, that'll be good. I'm working on getting some really good shows down on the south coast as well. And towards the end of this year, the plan is, I'm not going to say too much about it now, but the plan is to put in for a festival show, for multiple festivals, including hopefully Edinburgh for next year. It'd be like a 2 times 30-minute thing, me and another person, which I will talk about when we actually make the agreement to do it. There's a drunken verbal agreement in place, me and another comic. It's not Jamie. It's not anyone that I'll never work with him again. He's gone too far. Unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable. He's gone too far having a cupboard put in his house. I think he is. But if I can get that, that will be good. Because what we'll do, take it to some smaller places for a while next year, and then next summer, hopefully Edinburgh, and then film and audio record it every night over probably 2 weeks. And hopefully get something out of it. Whether or not any of that stuff will ever become public, I don't know. It'll be a decision for me and the other comic, independently though, to decide either for clips or to put out the whole thing, or just mashed up over the 2 weeks or whatever. But yeah, so that's the plan. There's a lot of getting ready for that. There's a lot of bullshit in comedy anyway, as you heard me and George speak about recently. So we're going to try and do something a bit different as well, I think. Yeah, I've not neglected. I'm actually looking for someone to get up and do comedy out here, but the problem is, not that many people speak English. Most of it is probably Portuguese. And my Portuguese is hilarious, so yeah, that would be enough. But if I can find, I know they do have English speaking comedy, but I don't know if they have English speaking like local nights. So I'm gonna do some investigating over the next couple of days. And if I do stay a bit longer, I can move around a little bit again as well. I need to go back south-ish. And I quite fancy getting a nice little place that's near a beach, and I can do all my shit, and then right in the afternoon I'll go to the beach at lunchtime, all that stuff, and sort of live a slightly different lifestyle for a little while. I don't know how likely that is. Got a mini bar. I've had a guaraná, Brazilian fruit fizzy drink, and todinho, which is a little chocolate milkshake for children. I did post a picture the other day of one of those. I've got 2 beers and 2 Cokes left in the mini bar. We'll see. I don't know how loud that was. Me doing that. I'll try and mute it next time. I'm in the water for now because I'm not. Let me see. I'm going to fart, so I'm just going to be. There we go. There's a little bit of gentlemanly behaviour. I muted the mic while I farted. I don't want to fart into the mic. Sometimes it's funny. It's funny if you're doing a podcast with someone else, then it's funnier. Oh yeah, the camera's there. Yeah, I don't know. What else do I want to talk about? Really, not a lot. I couldn't fit there. Well, I could do what Mappo does in my fucking sleep. You even sleep half the time. But yeah, I'd have like 4 or 5 bullet points and then just go off on random shit. But I didn't intend to talk about some of that stuff earlier, so I've made it 19 minutes of just me absolutely fucking rambling. So yeah, I don't know how good that was. No, actually, fuck it, it's all good. It's me. I'm good. That's it. I could sit here and get drunk, but I'm not gonna. Drunk. Ugh. I should do a drunken solo one at some point as well. I've got to be a little bit careful not to be too drunk, because then I say and do weird things. So it's only coming up to 3 p.m. here. So after this, I'll take a little walk down to the beach, probably Copacabana, but I may walk along to Ipanema, which is like the next. Copacabana is the big famous one, but there's the other end of it is actually called Leme, and then the other side is Ipanema, a separate beach. could go down there. I just want to dip in the sea. I've not been in the sea. I've not been in the sea properly for a long time. I had a paddle the other day down in Sao Paulo. Feet in there. I do like to swim, so I need to start bringing that into my life. Swimming 3 or 4 times a week. When I'm back home, it'll have to be in a pool. But here, I can jump in the sea. I think I've been in a hotel with a pool, but I never went up there recently. I don't fucking know. They had a rooftop one, but I just didn't get up. I don't know. I've been a bit chaotic. I probably should have been moving around as much as I am, but I'll stay somewhere for 1 night and move, or 2 nights and then move. So the feds can't catch me, man. That's probably why. Yeah, we'll see what we get up to. I know a few people around Brazil as well in different cities. I'm hoping to meet up with some of those at some point. I don't know. Yeah, I've already done that. My friend Max and Joyce down the south, and then Nasty in Sao Paulo for a couple of hours. She helped me get the SIM card. Thank you very much. Yeah, I know some people around Rio too, so maybe meet up with them for a few days. It's just working out logistics stuff, but it is good for them learning a bit more. I'm a bit autistic about lots of things, right, including maths. So for the last 3 years, since I haven't been coming here, I've just been looking at like Google Earth and, maps of the area. So, but being here this time, I am understanding a bit more exactly where stuff is and how to get there. There's a place called Barra de Tijuca, which is a little bit south. I get a bit confused with the geography here. I'll say south for now. I went there on my first trip, and my friends took me there, and we took 40-minute bus or something. But now Uber seems pretty reasonable. I can probably Uber there for 10 quid, £10. It's like what, $13, $14 for 40-minute trips. That's pretty cheap. Chinese are talking about me being late. It's pretty cheap for an Uber that distance. So yeah, I might go down there for 2 or 3 days tomorrow, or Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And then I need to be making my decisions on where I go, because in theory I should be going back to Sao Paulo Saturday or Sunday. I didn't want to risk it on Sunday. I don't know what the state of buses and stuff are. It's a bit difficult. You can look online and get to the place, and it's something different. It's normally a good thing. I'm going to keep talking when I get my charger. It's normally a good thing. While when you get there, there's normally way more shit than you expect. So you just sort of turn up. My Portuguese is going all right. I haven't had longer conversations with people this time, cab drivers, people in hotels and stuff. And yeah, it's going all right. But I'm definitely going to, at some point, I'll have actual lessons. But I'm doing okay. I can read almost anything or understand most anything. But talking to people is difficult because everyone different accents, different speeds, slang and stuff like that. It's difficult to catch on to. But yeah, I'm doing better. I've got Google Translate, which is good. And even when I'm talking to someone, sometimes I'll use that to get a word or to learn a new word, and I can use it in that conversation. So yeah, I'm just autistically on my phone all the time. My fucking battery is a bitch. It's an absolute bitch. I need a new phone, I think. This is like 2 years old. Just everything that I do on it, I charge this thing, 2 or 3 times a day now. And I'm also a bit autistic. I'm probably killing the battery when I charge it too much, because I'm a bit autistic about battery. I can't get down to like 20%. That will give me anxiety. But yeah, I'm a bit spectrumy about a lot of things, I think. Yeah. So charging stuff. Yeah, I've got my watch here, and what's this one now? 68. I'm starting to worry about that now. Now I've looked. 68. 68. You want those people, or some of those people that just run that fucker down to 2%, and they got, my phone died. How the fuck did your phone die? Why are you constantly connected to how much charge you got in? I'm going to fart again. Hang on. Oh, that was a ripper. That was a ripper. And you just have to trust me. I'm not farting on air. Try and be some sort of, you know, gentleman. I won't say professional because this is not professional. Oh my god, it's not even that bad. It's just like, you know, oh no, it's just a bit weird. Worry at 50%. Yeah, I worry at 50%. If it goes below 50, it's overdrive. But there's a path to 50% as well. So I'm already at like 75. I'm like, okay, 69%, 68%. I'm like, oh, this is becoming a problem for me. It's plugged in right now while I'm doing it. It's good. I've got a battery. I've got a spare battery, but that is it's fucked as well because it takes forever to charge, and then it doesn't have the output it used to. I could probably boost up my phone 2 or 3 times while I'm out if I need it. But everything's quite close here, so I can always pop back. I'll go out for a couple of hours now and then charge it on a little break. Maybe we'll have a nap, and I'll be going out tonight. I had something in my fucking brain. It was related to all that, but I don't know what that was or where it's gone. What the fuck was that? Oh, my battery. Who cares? I don't know. Something about things being close and wandering around. Yeah, I've absolutely no idea. There we go. That's how boring this fucking thing was. What's the point doing this? By the way, every hotel's got a suicide window. I should just run. I should just sprint from this end to that end of the room and just go. Just go through it like this. And just go, Superman! And then crash into an air conditioning unit many feet below. I'll probably just end up disabled in Brazil. I didn't even get travel insurance, so fuck it. If I get into some serious problems, then I'll probably just be living on the street here, begging for. I'll probably get water, but yeah, food. I can get food. You can nick some fruit and all that kind of stuff. Just try and not get shocked. I'll be fine. I'm gonna live as a homeless paraplegic in Brazil now. That's my plan. That's my big fucking plan, to be a homeless, wrong-legged, spaz in Portuguese. Karaoke accent might be like spastic. It's not. Oh man, that sounded French as well. Some of it does, all right? Some Portuguese sounds French and Spanish and just nothing else. Which is lovely. Nice. Yeah, it's been a nice trip. I've had a few evenings where I've not done much, but I think it's fine. I'm just kind of living in it. You know, I think I probably had COVID last week. To be honest with you, I changed my SIM cards out the other day. I got test and trace or whatever the fuck it is. But from my UK SIM card, so I've no idea when that was. Was it? I assume it must have been before I left, right? But then I've been in multiple airports and planes. I would imagine I've been near someone with COVID. And then all last week I was feeling really tired. It's also due to me not sleeping, so I may have had it. I don't know. Sorry, if I probably killed grandmothers. Sorry about that. I'm sorry. And if anyone takes that seriously, that was a joke. So can't get me. But don't worry about it. Almost everything is fine at all times, I think. But what do you I can't leave in May. It's my birthday in 17 days. My goodness, am I going to celebrate? No, I'm not. I am not going to celebrate my birthday. If I'm here, I'm going to just go to the beach and have some food, which is what I'll do every day. So it won't be any different. That's what I was going to say. That that's 20. I got triggered. 20%. Yeah, it is a plan. That's what I was going to say. I've not been eating. I've been forgetting to eat, and then can't be fucked with the whole week. You know, going to sit down. So I haven't had many meals at night. Or seeing Porto Alegre, I did. And then the night I wasn't with my friends, I ordered through iFood got a burger to my hotel. But then the second time I tried that, that's when my payment stuff started, my online stuff started getting blocked, and I couldn't order it. I was like, fuck. So I just say, shit, man. So yesterday I realised I had a bag of crisps or chips, Ruffles, right, Jasco barbecue, just like this much, and then I had a small bit of garlic bread, and then many hours later I just had another small bag of chips, and I was walking. I walked fucking miles yesterday, miles in the bastard heat as well. So at least on the good side is I might come back from this trip weighing less, which is good. But I'm going to get some food when I go out. Now I'm going to get some food down on the beach. They've got a bunch of kiosks along Copacabana every they're spread out a little bit, but I'd say every sort of 20 meters, 25 yards, and then a gap, and then some more. It's all the same. They all do food and beer and whatnot. Oh, I had a caipirinha yesterday, cachaça based, one with limes, shitload of lime, ice, sugar, and cachaça. And I drank it over like an hour, just one drink. It was strong, but I was just chilling. Just spread that over an hour, and nothing else that day. But it was really nice to sit there by the beach. The beginning of the sunset, but I had to leave just before that, so I'll try and catch some attempt at sunset tonight, although it's a little bit cloudy, I think. A lot of the streets in Copacabana are quite narrow, so I've not seen much of the sky. I'll only really notice it when I get down at the beach in a few minutes. But I will fuck up a couple of minutes because it's been half an hour to waste your time, and I'm getting hungry, to be honest. That whole not eating thing catching up with me, so I'm going to go and get some food. Whether I get some chicken and chips, flango or feet, or stuff, burgers, the bagua. Look at me go, and whether or not I'll get a beer or just a sugary beverage, I'm sure I'll let you all know. Yeah, I need to eat. Do I dip in the sea before I eat? I'm so fucking hungry. It's 3 o'clock and I haven't eaten anything. So I don't know. I'll decide when I get down there. I think the problem is me saying I'll get some snacks, tide me over until I eat properly. I eat the snacks because I'm so hungry, and then I just don't eat anything else. So I need to look after myself a little bit better. It's okay if I'm with someone else because they will, should we get some lunch and all this stuff. If I'm on my own, I just forget to eat, and then it's midnight all of a sudden. Give you time. Probably can't tell from here. I've already got a tan. I've not had the tits out, so you can't really tell on the camera, but I'm pretty brown. My legs and arms, my face, but yeah, all this glaringly white shit up here. No, that's not good. But yeah, part of that. Today I'll get the tits out for a couple of hours down the beach and see what happens. I think it is the right today to do. Just live. I'm burning calories anyway because I'm in the heat, so I'm burning more whatever I'm doing. And I do walk a lot. I do tend to walk around a shitload during the day. It's sort of spread out across the day and night anyway. So hopefully it'll be the motivation to drop a little bit. And then if I do spend more time out here, I'll just start getting up early because I'll have to be getting up early for a while. Run on the beach and that kind of stuff. 6 a.m., 5 a.m. and then do my shit to do. And then I'll be free from lunchtime most days. So that might be a good thing. And I need to write some more stuff. Psychology. It's annoying. It's like when gigs came back last May, I don't know how many I've done, like in 35, I don't know, 30 something. It's not enough. I always get, but I'm also being a bit more relaxed about that as well. It's more about the quality of it as well as having to work stuff out. So yeah, I've got one. I've got one in like 10 days. I might have to cancel, and then I'm kind of setting stuff up. Have I got stuff booked into July? Maybe. I'll be back by July, and then Edinburgh, August, September. I'm gonna be gigging, but also be a bit chill because October, in theory, I'll be in the States. In theory, that's the theory. I don't know how practical it is. It's all going to be fucking late, to be honest. I think I probably be able to do it. And then I don't know how long I'll stay out there for. Because as long as I can get a good internet connection, I can stay out there for a while. So I'll zip around. Definitely New York. Definitely. I say definitely LA, but I don't know. My friend from LA might be able to go to Austin, so I might do New York and Austin. I know a few people in the States that I've been meaning to catch up with for years. I do know a Brazilian in New York, actually. She is I think she's a clinical psychologist for kids or something. I don't fucking know. There's something like that. But I've not seen her for a while, so I might go and see her. And then, I don't know. My mind's a bit blank on it. I know 7 or 8 people over there, so I need to be dipping in. No one that I think might just give me pills and cut my liver out and leave me in a bath. So yeah, there's no danger. There's no danger of that. Just with the pandemic, and then 2 or 3 years before that, I was just a little bit chaotic and never got back out there. But once I re-break my cherry, I'll be out in the States semi-regularly. I'd say at least once or twice a year, I would think. We'll see what happens. That's going to come around fast. This trip came around fast. You know, it's 4 months away in my head, 3 months away. All of a sudden, I'm fucking sat here. And I've been meaning to do stuff the last couple of weeks. Like every time I sit down to do it, I don't get it done. And time for me to do certain things is running out as well. I know I'm being really vague, but I have to do lots of applications for shit and all, you know, festival stuff, and admin does my fucking nutting. One good thing about maybe staying out here for longer every time I come, I could employ a Brazilian that speaks good English to do loads of shit for me and not pay them very much. That's motivating. At least you've met that you could meet someone then. I could get a little Vietnamese bloke to do it, yeah. How much is that? I don't know, £1 for a day's work, please. I could exploit my Western privilege over other people, which isn't slavery. It's, even if we weren't paying them, we're not going to call it slavery, all right? We'll call it an internship. An internship. You have unpaid interns, so they're getting a bit like, oh, you should pay us. You should pay it. Yeah, I'll buy you lunch and a train ticket to. I was going to say Pyongyang, but we all know that's North Korea, don't we? I can't. It's not fair to say that. But yeah, no, I need someone to help me pretty soon with stuff. But yeah, I think the initial payment is going to be burrito, a beer, an avocado drink, have some food, and some reasonable travel. So I'm still getting the what I'll call the Chinese in my ear, and your battery's running out. My earphones charge at different rates as well. Fuck, why isn't anything that easy? Oh, shall I show you my British plugs on my phone? Right, little fold out. I know this looks fairly normal now. A little adapter, right? But the problem is, a lot of plugs have this weird recess. So this apparently is illegal. But if I stick that in, look at the size of that fucking thing. That's what I've got to work with. Everything is an actual transformer, not an electrical kind. So it fits in a little recess. There we go. That was the topic of conversation, this recess. I was going to go 10 minutes ago. So why haven't I? Why haven't you gone, Carl? That's a good question. I don't know. What I could do is go into that little mini bar and break out a couple of what have they got in there? My arse crack. All right. It came out of pictures, so you didn't see my arse crack. What's going on here? Antarctica. There we go. This is alright. It's another light beer. But I am not going to drink alcohol till later. So I'm being a good boy. I don't have a beer and then get in the sea. That'll be annoying for me. I feel a bit woozy. I feel a bit lightheaded. I feel like, yeah, becoming that paraplegic homeless person in Brazil, just sucking off tourists for 50 cents. I could see it in my future, you know. We've got to be careful. my decision in the next week. So yeah, I'm here in Copacabana. Bad you got. I can never say that. I can say it, but I have to going there. It is a nice beach and stuff, and a nice little town. I think I'm gonna go over there and have a nice meal one day this week, and have a little swim. Why not? Why not get the tits out again? And there's a little region north of Rio, about 2 hours out, that I love, called Rio de Janeiro, and it is fucking. Do you like the way I pronounce stuff? I've got good pronunciation in Portuguese, right? If you're an English loud tourist that just goes everywhere, you would say Rio de Janeiro. My brother, for instance, is that he just goes to the same place in Cyprus twice a year and eats English food, and occasionally what he calls a gyros, which is a gyros, isn't it? Because it's got chips in it, and I mean fries by that. It's like a wrap with sausage and chips and tzatziki sauce and all that stuff. But Rio de Janeiro, it's a beautiful little fucking area. It's got, I don't know how many beaches. It's like a little peninsula, but you can walk from one side to the other in half an hour. Some of the beaches you have to get a boat to as well. You can't get to on foot, or it's really difficult. But there's one called Playa de Forno, which means hot beach or oven beach or beach of the oven or something like that. You have to walk over this hill and you get down onto it. You're dying because you're in Brazil. When you get down, it's just perfect. A tiny little, and it's not that busy because you've got to walk over a hill to get there, and it's out of the way. And the whole little peninsula thing is a lot of Argentinians live there. Actually, there's not a lot of regular tourists up there. Some Brazilian tourists too. And they name stuff like Playa Grande, which is big beach. Big beach, why not? That's nice. Yeah, one I got a little boat to before, so I'm thinking if I do spend more time this weekend, I'll go up there. I'll go and rent a place up there for a while and see what's going on. That might be a nice place to live because it's near the beaches, kind of off season, so it's going to be cheaper. And it's just quiet, so it's not going to be rammed, and more safer as well, because Rio, the reputation Brazil has is a dangerous one, and it is. But it's also really beautiful. I was saying to someone yesterday that 98 to 99% of my time here has been fine. 1%, you know, I've seen some weird stuff. I've seen gunfire into favelas. I've seen favelas shooting at police. I've seen the police having freshly shot a child at a university. Who is the sunglasses-free person? Do you want me to get the party shades? I don't know where they are. And let me know if you can still hear me when I'm wandering about as well. I'll end up getting a beer open in a bit. Yeah, I don't know how possible. You're gonna make me search my backpack. Now I've lost a train of thought. I rode a cab. Yeah, it's out of the way. It's cheaper. I can sort of probably get to a beach within minutes and have a little run along there. Go for a little swim every morning, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. But sometimes I go have shark sex on one of the little beaches. So I need to check that out. I don't know, Christy. What annoys me is I've got several of these little plastic. I'm actually quite well organised when I travel. I've got several of these little packages of like wash it and all that. Oh, here they are. In this one there is also, oh no, my British SIM card is in the middle. Weirdly, the party shades in little wash bags. It seems a place that would protect them. I need to get some actual sunglasses tomorrow, maybe. You know, I will wear them out in public, but generally when drinking and amongst people that I trust. I was going to go 15. I'll stick around a little while. I don't really want to start drinking beer because it's free. No, they say minibar. I haven't charged for fucking anything. I've raided 3 minibars in various hotels, and it's cheap here. It's not. It's like you know, $3-4 for a small drink or whatnot. But with the conversion, it's fuck all. It's less than £1 for a drink. So yeah, I smashed up a minibar in Sao Paulo, like 2 of them actually. I was like, I'll have one thing, and then I just couldn't be asked to get breakfast. So I'll take that massive bag of chicken flavoured sensations, please, and chocolate bars. There's some nice chocolate out here. And it's a bit too warm for chocolate. There's one called Alpine, which is very nutty. Yeah, my Trigenia. After this, he's up, we can't fucking do anything. This bad boy, the little child chocolate drink. Oh my god. It's phenomenal. There's nothing like a chocolate milkshake, is there? I'm basically 6 years old. That's it. If you want to keep me happy, give me chocolate milkshake, burgers, and like the sea. That'll. But also the adult side of me likes Mexican food, and hopefully not Mexican food that makes me shit myself. Now the colonic is pretty good. I had a Bobby's burger twice. One of them it went through me. A lot of it's just sauces and stuff that I'm not used to. But on the whole, pretty healthy shit in Brazil. And this happened the first time I came, because I must have been having these problems for 15 years and just never did anything about it. I remember the first time I came here, I did this big log, healthy one though. And I came out and just told everyone. We had this apartment with like 12 of us, and I just came out and just told everyone about my shit that I just done. Because it's the first time in years I've done like a full solid shit. Big one, but not too hard or anything. It was just like, you know, the right squidginess, it looked good, the right position on the colour chart. So yeah, I was impressed. I am impressed by that. The Wi-Fi here is pretty good, right? I don't know what it's like coming out that side. It always looks better this side, and I can see if there's some a bit busy. So let me know about that as well. But I have some underwear to borrow. Yeah, I missed. Oh, you have Alpine in there. The interface is a bit difficult on the phone. Bear with me. Which is how. Do you remember when Jackie Martin was on and Dog goes stick around on Napo, and I was on, and I went to let myself out and just fucking ended the whole show. Because when you have the backstage bit of the computers, the leave studios in the top right, big red button, you've got to press it twice. And the end broadcast, and the leave just takes me out. It's down on the bottom right, and it's red. So on the phone, in the same position as just the leave, the broadcast studio is end the broadcast. So that's a really shit design from StreamYard's mobile app developers. And I did confirm it, yeah, I'm sure, because it's in the same place only. So I almost did it again. And I think another time I took as well back, I just took him off the screen because it's just so, it's a shit design. So I have to be a little bit careful. I can see the comments, but I'm scared to touch anything on the screen in case it fucks something up. Oh, here we go. We've got to bring this up. Let's read this. The biggest shit I've ever seen was in London at the night. It's a fucking missile that couldn't flush. The joy of public bathrooms. Chrissy, that, I'm going to screenshot that because, bear with me. There we go. We need to talk about that later. A fucking missile that couldn't flush. A big bastard log, right? Yeah. But this one in Brazil, the first one was a bit like that, and the flushing system, you can't really put paper down there out here. Except I have been doing it every fucking day. But if it's just disgusting, it's going in the toilet. If it's starting to lighten up a bit, it goes in the bin. That's my rule of thumb. And I'll do a couple of bits and I'll flush it. That's fine. I won't. In the UK, I'm like, wiping for 10 minutes and then it will all go. Here, just, you know, more regular flushes, I say. I'm having a nice time. I don't think I'll leave here for a while, even if you want just a bit and I'll start ramble for a little while. But I haven't eaten, yeah. Could you just remind me to eat though? Because it's nearly 3:30 yet and I haven't had breakfast. So if I eat at 4, go to the sea at 4:45, till about 5:30, get out, have a beer, and come back to 6, have a nap and a shower. That sounds good. Okay, that's what I'll do. Let's have a look, see what's going on here. Oh, the shit! I thought the ship, the famous 90s Danish missile, was standing upright and just when he goes like this, and then you try to flush it, and it's just going phenomenal with a bit more rotation as well. I think that's how it would be, right? And you're scared some of it's going to flake off and just hit you with a fucking eye, and then you explain how you got pink eye. I get it. I understand. Exactly. I wish I had a pen. I wanted to write that down. So I like writing sort of things down. 50 minutes. I'll try and remember it. I'll try and remember it for after. Everything goes in my phone notes, and I'm on my phone. So I can't be asked to move screens around. Oh, is the old breathing being a bit weird? I think it might be. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. But so getting back to my point though, yeah, I'm all right. I've been eating a bit too much shit, but I do anyway, like crisps and chips and that, because they're different when you travel. They are different. In the UK, we got Walkers. Out here, they're Lays, and they're different. And even the Doritos, the red bag in the UK is chili heatwave, right? Out here, the red bag is cheese, Asian. But they haven't got chili heatwave flavour. They've got sweet chili flavour, which is a black bag, and it is different. So I just love exploring all that. And my favourite used to be a Brazilian one called Fandangos, but now my absolute favourite are Cheetos in a blue bag, and they're like, I think it's a salad queso. I think it's cream cheese. They are absolutely phenomenal. My God. And I haven't had any bacon zitas yet, or cebolazinas maybe. Cebola is onion. So it's like little onion rings. I'll be getting on some of them at some point. Salt and Lineker. I have had salt and Lineker. Yeah, Gary Lineker, the footballer, the proper footballer, not the NFL, is a ex-footballer and pundit. And Walker, he had a deal with Walkers, and they named, you had Salt and Lineker and Cheese and Owen after Michael Owen. Phenomenal branded. And of course I bought those. There's more people knocking around, but I might have to get the minibar. I've only got 2 little Antarctic though, so don't make me go wild. The green bag, yeah. So, yeah, the classic Walker salt and vinegar. They renamed it Lineker. Don't think you really get salt and vinegar out here. You get like the odd one, but it's not a popular flavour. You get Ruffles as well, which you used to have in the UK, which we have here. This is crisp talk right now, right? Hang on. I can't even, I don't think I've got the techers to write. Oh, I can. Hang on. Let me just write this on my phone. It's a bit difficult. I'm going to say crisp. You know what I mean, right? Your American chip. Will this work? Yeah. Crisp talk, right? Let's get some crisp talk in. So, yeah, you've got Ruffles, which you usually have in the UK. But Churrasco is my favourite one, which is barbecue. But they do this, I think it's a sour cream one as well. Salsa and onion or something. It's also phenomenal. I've not had it this time. It's got Pringles. They've also got a knockoff version of Pringles, which it's not good. I had a barbecue version of that, and it wasn't good the other day. It actually hurt to eat. It was weird. Like the flavouring on my throat was like, it was like choking on a homeless paraplegic facility. I hope no one's listening when I'm walking past because the door's only there. And I'm just going, you fucking off a paraplegic. I'm sure it's fine. Apple Tango. They had Tango sweets, right? Which are pretty good. They were fizzy, little candies. But also Chewits Extreme. I reckon if you like sour stuff, Chewits Extreme Sour Apple. Oh, God, you know when you say something, you're conditioned. can feel it there now. Really sour, but pretty fucking good. It's not just crisp talk. I think I've exhausted all the crisp talk, but yeah, my diet was better in the first week here because I was around friends and enough. They were cooking a barbecue, and then with another barbecue made for us. On my own, I'm a bit shit, but I will go and eat something by the beach today. I need to sort out this online payment issue now. I think I'm gonna have to call my bank. I hate talking to banks. I might do it tomorrow. Just because I want the option for ordering takeout on iFood. Just when I say, right, it's midnight, I'm getting a burger. Let's get a 1 a.m. pizza in and some secret beers. That's what I need to do. God, drinking on an empty stomach, Kelly. Yeah, it's I don't do that much anymore. I know I tend to eat something if I can. I had a couple of beers on the workout when we were camping last weekend. Yeah, I had those 2 in Canada. I didn't drink through the day. I used to in my early 20s. You know, eating's cheating, right? So we used to go out. Let's say we would go out on a Saturday. First of all, we'd always get smashed on a Friday, and then if we wanted to go out on a Saturday, me and a mate, we've got a lunchtime. That's going out for drinking time. He always wanted to get like a Subway, and I was like, nah, I don't need to eat. So I'll go out with nothing, and then just drink from lunchtime all day, all night. And you might, about 5, might get some bar snacks or whatnot, some little peanuts or crisps. And then you would eat, maybe about 8 o'clock you go and get a curry. It's a classic beer and curry day. Very, very popular over here. No, not over here, over the UK. Or you would wait until like 11 p.m. So you've been drinking 11 hours and then pile into the curry house. Fucking those staff. The Indian restaurant staff have got to put up with so much shit at like 11. If they're open late and the pubs are closing, and then you get like 10 drunken fucking idiots pile through the door. It might even be just to take out, but they're upsetting everyone else. I was one of those annoying 19-year-olds piling into the curry house. Hey mate, go to fucking Madras, chicken Madras, is it ready? But yeah, there's something about having a curry after a good drink, which is pretty good. Sometimes when we're doing those longer pods with Jamie, I'd pre-make a curry, and then after I'd go and eat that at midnight. Making you draw the glasses, make you draw. That's weird. I'll send you some if you want. I'll send you some pie shapes. These were my friends, Lewis's. So we used to, when I had the group of friends that I saw, I never see them now, but when we used to get together a lot more, at some point in the night, if we were going out to people's houses, we'd always bring like 4 or 5 pairs of party shades, right? These stupid, cheap shit. We'll have them on. And then when we went out at night, you end up in a bar or whatever, a little dancing place. All the shades would just come on, and multiple colours. But I lost a lot of mine, and I think after some sort of house party I had a couple of years ago, it's my place got absolutely fucking red. This guy, just too drunk, but he left these there. So these are my last pair of party shades. But I think I might start. I wonder if I can get some branded for the last strikes. That might be good. Maybe South Brandon. I could do that. I'll send a pair. I'll send a pair out. And I can drop a bunch off at, if I can get some branded ones, I can drop a bunch off at Minddog when I see him in October, and he can send them to, what a man, don't start this nonsense. I feel weird. Lamb Pasanda. I'm a chicken Madras man. I also like lamb curry, but I never order it. And that's a mistake. You get these contextual memories, especially when drunk. And it's like, I just say chicken Madras, pilau rice, garlic naan or chili and garlic naan, mate. That's my standard curry order. I like going to places sometimes where you have I'm fucking hungry now, we got any food. where they have more traditional Indian stuff. So you're not getting like madrasas and kormas and all that, but you have just stuff you've no idea what it is, but it's more traditional. I think you just have to ask, what's this kind of spice level? What do you recommend? I like that as well, but I don't make the effort to go. I need to find a good Indian restaurant when I get back home. I think I've had a good curry in Brazil once, actually, when I was in Porto Alegre with my friends, but like 2015. I got a weird memory for trips as well. I remember fucking everything. Yeah, we got a takeaway. It was a Sunday night in 2015. There we go. Me and a friend went on my Brazilian friend's honeymoon with us, and that was weird, wasn't it? But good. And then we had a curry when we got back. I remember that perfectly. I'm so fucking happy. I think that's why there's Chris talk and Chewit talk and curry talk. I will have to go soon because I do need to eat. But been singing Vindaloo for the last few days. Oh, the football song, yeah, by Keith Allen, Lily Allen's dad. When the Euros won last year, I went down the football song. I get back into the cheesy shit. I love Vindaloo. And we all like Vindaloo. Love it. Me and my mum, my dad, and my gran were off to Waterloo. Me and my mum, my dad, and my gran were back at Vindaloo. Back it. Right? That's how it goes. Love it. I can't get enough of that. That'll be put away until the World Cup. The World Cup's in December this year, which would be weird, because obviously the FIFA bribery stuff got it put in Russia. Those were both good ideas, weren't they? I think many thousands of people have died building their stadiums in Qatar. We've got to go and watch the World Cup in winter as well. So but everyone will watch it. I'll watch it and get drunk. Who cares? You were talking about Paul Kay the other day, right? He's only played Dennis Pennis. I forgot. Yeah, I probably could watch the video last time as well. I love Ashcroft as well, big fan. But Paul Kay, yeah, Dennis Pennis was good because let me take Chris talk off. I've got to try and find the right thing without cancelling everything. There we go. Dennis Pennis was great. I think he asked. There was a boy band called Boys to Men, and he went up to Michael Jackson and asked him, "Do you prefer this band or do you prefer Boys to Men?" Which I was quite good. But I read an interview with him a couple of years ago, and he was drunk the whole time. So he was so scared of doing it that he'd have to get absolutely hammered before he went on, because they weren't really interviews, right? They would pounce on people at red carpets and events and that kind of stuff, and just run up with it, just guerrilla get them, and just ask them on a random question. But yeah, if you dig out the interview, go and read it. I used to love tennis back in the day. Paul Kay's very interesting. He's done some good stuff fairly recently, but I can't remember what. I don't know. I saw him in something. The Drunken Decay, yeah, it was probably, was it like the early 90s? Early to mid, right? I would say, I guess. So everyone was getting a bit crazy, especially in TV. There was a big, 90s. I haven't seen the latest Afterlife. I know it's the 90s. I think I would say like early-ish to mid, like 93, 94, 95 sort of time, right? Around about the time the word was on. I don't know if you remember the word. Telly Christian, all right, mate, welcome to the word. That was more Scouse. It's like, all right, mate, Telly Christian, welcome to the word. That was even more Scouse. Can't do Mag today. But the word was great. They used to have bands on. They had a little segment called. My point was all the TV presenters were getting fucked up. They were probably coked and drunk when they were on air. They used to have a segment on the word called the Hopefuls, and the phrase was, "I'd do anything to get on telly, right? I'd do anything to get on TV." And this was before a reality show, so it's way before. This was like 10 years before Big Brother and X Factor and Pop, all that shit, right? But they just get random people to get on TV. But they have to do something messed up. And I remember one old guy. Okay, one thing I remember, the guy drank a pint of salt water, vomited it back into the glass, and then drank the vomit, and then just vomited more. So he had to do that to get on TV. There was another one where it's crackers, like Jacob's crackers, and he ate pubes, pubic hair on the crackers. I don't know if it is halos or I think it was an old man's pubes that they put on there. And another one where they ate an old man's toenails clippings on bread or something. Those are the three that stand out in my mind. That's fucking 30 years ago. I was a kid. I was watching, I used to stay up late and watch all that kind of shit. Is that Paul K? Was Strutter a Paul K thing? Because there was something. I'm sure there was something that he was in, but maybe he was the lead on. Yeah, 95, 96 makes sense. Yeah, all right, that makes sense. Because the Word was a bit earlier. The Word was more like 93, 94, is what I'm remembering, just from the bands that were on at that time. I think they gave like Oasis first TV appearance. That would have been 94. So, yeah, the Word was great. I used to stay up and watch all that kind of stuff. And that's when I got into, I think that was probably like 9, 10 p.m. on Channel 4. Because we only had 4 channels, right? You could get Channel 5 came later. We never had Sky. We never had cable, right? So we had 4 fucking channels, like well into the 90s at home. And TV was important because there wasn't much of it on. And you had to find what you like, circle it in the TV guide and all that stuff. Channel 4 was great. It had some good stuff. Got into comedy at that point, like sitcoms and stuff as well. But also, yeah, I'd say early 90s, 91, 92, 93, I was getting into a lot of American shows because they would be on often Channel 4 and they would be on at like 9, 10, 11, 12, midnight, that kind of time. So you'd have like Roseanne at 9, you'd have, I'd watch like Whose Line Is It Anyway, the British version though. So they could have there's people like Greg Proops on, who might be Canadian. Josie Lawrence, Tony Slattery, all that lot. I'm friends with a friend of Tony Slattery actually. I'll probably be seeing him in Edinburgh, so maybe we can meet Slats at some point. I'm not going to say much, but he's got a couple of issues apparently. Some of it has been documented, I think. But yeah, my friend Alex, who was on the podathon actually, knows Tony Slattery very well. But I used to watch that, like the improv show. Then after there'd be stuff like Married with Children. Is it Love and Marriage? Go together like horse and carriage? Or something like that. Home Improvement. The rest of it will escape me. And there's stuff like The Kids in the Hall, which I believe they just Andrew's posted something about. I think he knows one of the guys. They just released a new version of it. I used to watch Kids in the Hall in fucking 1992. Great Canadian sketch show. Really, really fucking weird. In the UK, we had something called The League of Gentlemen, which I love. It's irreverent and dark and weird. And yeah, The Kids in the Hall and that kind of stuff, just odd little sketches. Yeah, I just watched all that shit. But that was my treat, right? So and it caused great consternation with my brother because he never got a TV till he was 21 and it was black and white. Right? But I got a TV, so I'm way younger than my brother. And I got a TV when I don't know, 12 or something. It was colour TV, of course it was by then. My parents were doing a little bit better. And I would sit up and watch it. I took it apart. I took my TV apart and wired my stereo speakers to the inside, which I later found out could give me a massive electric shock from the coils and shit in there, capacitors. But I did that. And I used to stay up and watch on a Friday night. I'd get a pack of Maryland cookies. And if you don't know what they are, Google them. They're not as good as they used to be. But my treat was a pack of Maryland cookies, which my mum would go do the big shop on a Friday, and I'd request a couple of things, and my request would be cookies, and a couple of cans of Coke, nothing wild, like 2 cans of Coke, and a packet of Maryland cookies. I'd just sit and watch American shows, and that's when I got into some of those stuff. I don't know, still stuff like the original Roseanne even and that kind of stuff. I love it. I haven't watched any of it for years, but I never got into Seinfeld, but I'm watching it now, really. But those shows, there's always something about those shows. I found the British comedies funnier. Sorry, you know it. But I like the look of those shows, the way they look. They look a little bit grainy, I'd say. And it might just be the way that they broadcast that stuff back then to the UK. It was like a little bit grainier. The footage looks a bit different. I just liked the fact that it was in America and these weird little stuff like getting your groceries in a brown paper bag, right? Love it. When I was in New York, I got some of that. I thought it was a Ghostbusters. I think that's why my ex left me. I thought it was a Ghostbusters. Like, yes, the eggs are going to be. Didn't buy eggs, so I was expecting eggs to pop out and cook themselves on the counter. Loved it. These little differences, right? Obsessed. I was obsessed with that shit when I was younger. I didn't catch up on any of these comics. Eat pubes and toenails, that's right. Struttle was K. Yeah. I can't remember anything about what Struttle was, but I think I watched it and enjoyed it. I think that might have been the thing I was thinking of. My mind just becomes piss recently. Yeah, we got a pull out in the paper. So we get a daily TV thing, and then you get, especially at Christmas, you've got, on a Saturday, you've got the week pull out, and then at Christmas, the radio times and the TV times. I think we were more of a radio time family. I love that. It was like Christmas when I got that. You get it about, you probably get it about the 12th of December, that sort of time, and it'll have 2 weeks of TV. Whoa, Christmassy themed, and that was the time to watch the films, right? You couldn't get any film at any time. It'd be like Back to the Future on Christmas Day at 9 o'clock. Oh shit, Circle. Big Circle for that. Ghostbusters on Boxing Day at 7. ITV, yeah, it's going to have adverts. I can't. I'm going to see Ghostbusters. Jurassic Park. All that. Phenomenally exciting. Terminator 2's on the day before New Year's Eve. Love it. It was one of my favourite things to sit there like an absolute cunt and just circle things I want to watch. And then we'd have to try and balance it out. Will I watch some of that on the main TV, or when I was younger, I didn't have a TV, or my brother might have had one, a black and white TV. Just have to negotiate who wants to watch what at the right times. And there is a nostalgia for that stuff, right? It's shit in many, because I can watch tonight. I mean, I'm in South America. I can tonight, nothing in the world, watch it pretty much. I can probably do it with a VPN. Back then, the big thing, it took 3 years in the UK. If a film got released, it wouldn't be on TV for 3 fucking years. Because I remember when Back to the Future and Ghostbusters came out, right, just about pretty young, but I got autistic memories of the adverts when they came out, and I taped them on video, VHS, and yeah, just wore those babies out, just watching them back. Good, nice. How have I fucking done this for over an hour? That's weird. Kids in the Hall, yeah, absolutely phenomenal. I need to rewatch it, because I remember a little goblin thing. I don't remember many sketches, because I never really rewatched it. This is memories from the fucking early 90s. Maybe I saw a few of them later on. Lady Gentleman. The Lady Gentleman is phenomenal. 2 series, pretty good. It's all little sketches, very dark characters, and they continue the story sometimes. Then a couple of live shows which I saw. One of them has bad memories for me, because a personal tragedy not long after seeing the League of Gentlemen live, which is another weird thing to put together. Now my brain's doing weird stuff. And then the third season was very different, because the first 2 had a laughter track, right? And the third season, it was more dramatic, and each episode was about one character. And you might have some crossover with others, but the main tie through the whole 6 episodes is this red bag that was just blowing around the village. But the one where Jeff goes down to London and becomes a comedian is phenomenal. I'm going down to London. We're going to the airport, Jeff. Got to be a comedian. You're not funny. Yeah, just said I'm going down to London. I'm going to be a bloody comedian. I love Jeff. I've got big Jeff in a way. There's probably a part of me that is Jeff. He also reminded me of an old boss as well. That was pretty funny. The agent, I got to go. My agent's faxing me some emails. And he was making out to Steve Pemberton's character that he was doing really well, but he was fucking fucked. And then he gets tied up in some IRA bombing. After actually, there's a scene where he's bombing on stage as well, which is great. And then he did a movie which is not very well liked, but I like it because it's so different. There's a 4th member of the cast, so Steve Pemberton, Reece Shearsmith, and Mark Gatiss. Gatiss went off to write Doctor Who and loads of stuff like that. Shearsmith and Pemberton still do Inside Number 9, which are many series behind. And Jeremy Dyson was the 4th member, but he was never really on camera. I think he might be in a little bit of one sketch, but they have his character in the movie. Because in the movie, it's sort of like Freddy's New Nightmare, where the characters come out into our world, and it's just a nice little twist on it. I think they just kept trying to do something different. So that's what I like about it. But Jeremy Dyson is in the beginning of that, but it's not actually Jeremy Dyson. It's someone playing Jeremy Dyson, which is weird. So he doesn't like being on camera, or didn't. But if you don't know League of Gentlemen, not the movie, that had production problems with Sean Connery, the BBC comedy series, go check out those first 2 seasons especially. It was one of those things, along with The Office actually, where I was channel hopping, didn't know anything about it. And it was the opening scene, but I didn't know what it was. It was Reece Shearsmith on the train going to Royston Daisy, which is named after a comedian called Roy W. Brown. And I didn't know what it was, and he was reading the letter. It's like, oh, Benjamin, or is it the letter from his friend? Because he's going to meet his hitchhiker friend, right, who ends up likely having been killed by Tubbs and Edward. Edward, the man is looking for a boy. Ah, Busker, eh? Well, I know your sort. You know, that kind of stuff. That impression was bad, but they were walking around with like little weird red noses. And the Dentons, where they kept loads of toads in the basement. So, oh, I like your frog, Mr. Denton. This is a toad. We don't use the F word around here, etc. Love it. And Papa Lazarus was my absolute favourite, which now, if you dress up as Papa Lazarus, you get called a racist. He was dressed up as a minstrel, right? A black and white minstrel with a circus hat. And hello, keep sad. Now it's your heart, the animals. No, down to that little shop. Tell them the circus is in town. Papa when I was in a later educational format, and I used to say to people, I had a screensaver of Papa Lazarus, and it was like melt and stuff. And people go, "Who's that?" Like, Papa Lazarus. I had no idea. I think the League of Gentlemen was very popular at the time because it was, 98, I think the first series. It was kind of pre-internet, really, pre-broadband. It's one of those shows that a lot of people loved, and some people do find it later, but a lot of people have no fucking idea what it is. Most people have heard of The Office, it's been The Office, that came in like 2000, but League of Gentlemen is one of those little gems that it gets into, and some of the storylines fed into the live shows. And there was the sketch with is it Mrs. Levinson, the sort of posh woman with a working class cleaner. She was living the high life, and showing off to her cleaner. She would brag, "Oh, well, I would go to the Maldives," or something. I can't remember where it was. And the cleaner, who's also played by Mark Gatiss, she would be, that's Papa Lazarus. Like, well, when he's pulling up the knickers with his big fingers, and the posh boss would be getting jealous that she would be getting fucked. It's quite a weird dynamic. But then it twists again. I can't remember if it's in the later series or into a live show. It twists around where actually they have a different relationship than you think. With no spoilers, even though it's 24 years old. Yeah, League is absolutely good. Papa Lazarus, watching British shows. Yeah, I can tell, Chris, obviously we talked about the young ones and stuff before. There we go. Totally off subject. I keep getting customers. Thank you for tweeting that Shane and Matt podcast with Louis. Yeah, it was really good. I did tweet. It was Matt and Shane's secret podcast, and they had Louis C.K. and they just talk about the presidents, right? Historical presidents. But I found it. I didn't know half the shit, and I just found it quite interesting and funny, obviously. Yeah, no, I enjoyed that. I finished watching that last night. Louis also is on some of Joe List's podcasts. It's called like Joe and Ranan Talk Movies or something. It's on Joe List's YouTube channel because List was opening for Louis for quite a while. And he's on an episode about, I think, Paul Thomas Anderson and someone else. It's nice to see Louis on podcasts really like that. So Star Wars, yeah. I mean, the childhood memories of seeing Star Wars on Christmas Day. It has to be Christmas Day, right? So when I watched that and the original Superman, the first one with Christopher Reeve, when I see those, it takes me straight back, like being at my auntie's house or something on Christmas Day. I've got really good memories of that. This is a local shop for local people. There's nothing for you here. There's some weird stuff, right, where she's getting a sour feet and a pig on it, all that kind of stuff. You asked me to see my points. You heard the man, Tubbs. Get undressed. Phenomenal. I miss the days where you just had those sitcoms to look forward to, and that was what you talked about, right? And the young ones, Chrissy, I know you're into the young ones. Once in every lifetime, come to love like this. Cliff fucking Richard. Phenomenal 12 episodes, but I remember when Bottom was released, it's kind of like the young ones at 40, right? Yeah, it was just what you looked forward to rather at school. And it was at something like 9 o'clock on a Monday night, yeah? And then you go in and talk about it the next day. And me and my best mate at the time, we acted out all the scenes. He was a massive Rick Mouth fan, as was I, but I'd play Aid Edmonton, Eddie Hitler, and my mate would play Rick Mail, and we just act out scenes at Bottom. We got thrown out of dramas. I think we got banned from doing practical drama lessons because we did a scene from Bottom. It wasn't even that bad. We were just hitting each other with chairs like, you complete bastard, Richie. Which was fun, I thought. But apparently the teachers at the time didn't like children doing such things. League of Gentlemen, season 3. That was so the Windermere Hotel, and the guy's like henpicked. I can't remember what the voices were, but he's really henpicked, and I think it's Mark Gatiss. Maybe Pemberton's wife, I can't remember, because they all play male and female in the Monty Python type way. And it just comes in this really normal scene, and then it just opens the cupboard door and shuts it. But then you get a shot from inside the cupboard, and you just see these shadowy dildos, just for like a couple of seconds. And I just love these little details. But the Gimp Suit one was season 3, which is the Windermere episode, and they basically have a swingers party, and they get everyone around. They got like a Swedish guy. We got like, did you drain the Swede? Doing it now, love. And he goes down and drains the tank with a Swedish man in it. He's like, thank you. I don't know why. That sort of fucking humour absolutely gets me. And they got the guy that comes and trains the sex people. They're doing like asphyxiation stuff, right? So they're in a suit with spasm of oxygen. I just remember his voice as well. I think actually, well, Frankie Millet, not me. I think, to be honest, that's his voice, because I used to do impressions of him. I think Frankie Millet has pretty much got his voice. there's a scene where he's just talking. The rectum is a beautiful organ. When he arrives at the place, he's like, I'll call you Mr. You can call me Daddy. That was weird. That felt weird for you as it did for me. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure, because Frank, not that, you know, Frankie Millets is more like, oh, hello. He's sort of based on that a little bit. I had a bad accident when I was, I hit the girl, but I never meant to. Seeing a leg fall off at 40 miles an hour is quite upsetting. Yeah, that hurts. It's like sucking off the Brazilian paraplegic, yeah. Jurassic Park. Sorry if I'm a bit behind in these comments, by the way. I'm just changing it. And 90 minutes in, I was good. Am I ever getting to the fucking meeting now? I remember when it came out, and I bugged Jurassic Park. I bugged my dad, and that was great, right? But now look, he was tired. He didn't want to go to the fucking cinema. Stupid little kid. And it come out, and I was so. I remember watching a film about. I think it might have been Bing Cosby or something. He likes all that old shit, and the guy was a blacksmith and making a gun. I don't know. I remember that, and I was bugging him. Please, can you go and see Jurassic Park? Please, 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 please. No, I eventually talked him into it. He drove all the way like to the cinema, and it was fucking sold out. It was one of those. Like, you didn't have the internet. It was like, oh, the film's just sold out. I was really upset, but fair play to him. I remember he took me and my brother, weirdly, my older brother. He's a fucking annoying person to sit and watch a film with, but the three of us went, so that's a nice memory for me as well. I love Jurassic Park to this day. I love the music. When I used to do a lot of work, even studying and stuff, I used to listen to Jurassic Park, the whole soundtrack, and the Beverly Hills Cop soundtrack and the Dark Knight soundtrack, just to get stuff done. And if I'm Rick Mel, Filthy Rich and Cat Flap is the one that I know the least, but I need to get back into it. I know the young ones, I know pardon me. Drop Dead Fred, of course. Filthy Rich and Cat Flap is the one that I need to get back into. There's a couple of those old bits, and also all the comic strip stuff as well is great. Bad News is one of my favourite. Bad News. I think that's got male Edmondson and Planer in it, isn't it? Bad News, phenomenal. And I think Bad News was made before Spinal Tap, right? But it came out after. It was just in the can. So a lot of people think it's a knockoff of Spinal Tap. I see probably a bit of parallel thinking that happens in TV sometimes, but yeah, it's quite similar to Spinal Tap. It's a much lower, even lower rent version than that with Rickmail, Adrian, and Planer. Probably French and Saunders as well, right? Dawn French, Jennifer Saunders. Yeah, god damn it. So I'm getting all these pop-ups. I can't really check anything right now. I can't check fucking shit, pal. Sorry about silence. I'm just trying to check all my shit that's popping up on my phone. I'm going to go. This has been pleasant, and I would like ordinarily to stay longer. I didn't think I'll even do 20 minutes, but it's nice to do a little 90-minute one. Because I haven't eaten breakfast. Let me go, guys. It's 4 p.m. because of my fucking lifestyle. I'm going to go and get a nice meal, and then I'm going to have a little dip in the sea. So I might send some pictures down there. But you saw a lot of that yesterday. Just going up the beach. I'm starting like some beers. All right, so thanks for calling in. I'm going to get some music for this podcast, an intro, outro, and little jingles as well. But I'm going to get my Brazilian friend Max to do some of it. Probably, it may be a bit this month, maybe a bit next month. So in the next couple of months, I'll start having, little bits of music and stuff, which I've been meaning to do for a long time. Also, probably some more pre-records. I like these streams, but some more pre-records. I I might be able to go and film one outside somewhere when I'm not on the internet. And then when I get back and set up some in-person pre-records as well, but they'll look better on camera and stuff, and the sound will be better. So that's just not being streamed. The less delays. I find often Jamie, or maybe just between the two of us. So sometimes we talk over each other a bit, but when we're in person, it was just more natural. So yeah, I want to do more in-person stuff as well after the fake virus is finished. Yeah, I don't mean COVID, I mean AIDS. There's not a better way to end that, is there? Have fun, crowd. Fun, crowd. Fun, crowd. Fun, crowd. Fun, crowd. Yeah, I'll have fun. But first, I really got a fucking eat. I'm going to die. I haven't eaten food. I haven't eaten food really for about 24 hours, and that was just a small piece of garlic bread. So I'm going to go and have a burger or some shit like that. It's been lovely. I think I can end it here, and I'll see you guys later. But thanks for dropping in. It turned into something lovely, didn't it? I'll see you all later and share it and all that. And I'll try and look into getting branded party shades, even if I've got to make them myself or pay a child to paint them, and then I'll send a few out or drop a few off in the US. Right, I'm going to eat food. Go fuck yourselves, right? Take care, sugar cat, and let me fucking read these here. Tata. And Kelly with spelling mistakes, won't it? Let's end on get I from Kelly.